despite what their moms told them. They just aren't talented enough for radio. Unfortunately, anyone can have a show these days. Sean.
Well, I'm pretty hard to figure out sometimes. In fact, I can't even figure myself out sometimes, so don't even try to.
Joe.
You're an idiot and really a disloyal person.
This is the Cuse Militia. Now, those two unapologetically biased orange-blooded homers, Sean and Joe.
It's the most bullshit thing I've seen in 30 years.
Welcome, orange men and ladies. Happy Sunday. This is the Cuse Militia with Sean and Joe at Cuse Militia on the socials. Go there. Join the militia. Boeheim's Army headed to the TBT championship after their 66-64 win over Florida TNT this afternoon. You'll hear from us. We'll hear from you in fan feedback. Back-to-back days with back-to-back games and, back-to-back days of games. Let's put it that way. And Donovan Brown, we'll hit this up first before we get into the fun that is Boeheim's Army as they continue to roll on. Right when they fade, they come back to life. It's like the Undertaker, back in the day. Right when you think he's dead, he just pops up. That's Boeheim's Army right now. It's unbelievable. So, class of 2022, 2022 wide receiver Donovan Brown. He's the second offensive commit for that class. 6'3" wide receiver, known for his speed, according to Mike McAllister at Syracuse SI. He was, Monday? No, he was offered on. They visited him on Monday. He was offered on Tuesday, and has verbally committed. No. So I believe on Friday, he's quoted as being pretty freaking excited about it. He did visit. Wide receiver is kind of a need. 6'3". That's a pretty decent sized wide receiver too. So yeah. What'd you think, Joe? What do you think?
I don't mind it. I can see past what it's the stars and everything like that. Because I'm gonna tell you what it was. It was something where it picked up really quick. We were his first Division I level.
Right. Yeah. I didn't really see any offers. So.
Because there wasn't.
Okay.
He's not rated. Doesn't mean that he's a 0-star. It's just that he's not rated.
Right.
And it's just looking at again, you never really know what type of high school system somebody's caught up in. And at the end of the day, his junior tape didn't look, it wasn't like a pop off the page. He just didn't have a lot of opportunities. And you could just tell it's one of those things where it's just not the way that their offense is. And being 6'3", 180 is good size. He won the 200 and the 400 meter sprints at the state meet last spring and also took the bronze in the 100 meters. So obviously the guy's fast. And really, to me, unless this is a situation where it's just it's a diamond in the rough find that our recruiters found and it's like, hey, he's just, not in the greatest spot, or it's a guy that's going to take 2 or 3 years. He's got track speed, so maybe we can get him in the weight room and he could have something in the future. Because I saw some fans looking at it like, what is this, a preferred walk-on? He doesn't even have any stars and all this,
Yeah.
So that stuff's going to happen. And again, before all the crazy social media and all the internet and, how you could just get videos with phones and stuff all the time, these recruiters had to go and scout these people. And obviously you didn't have enough time to scout. People were sending tapes in the mail, stuff like that. So obviously, back in the day, it was a lot more difficult to find these type of players, because you figure now there's just so many things that if he was good, then he'd have a star and he'd have great, tapes, and he just doesn't. So we'll see what happens. Usually when a commit like this commits to a Power 5 school or a D1 school, then the recruiting services end up looking at him, and I'd be willing to bet he'll end up being a 3-star before it's all said and done. But I know that was a head scratcher for a lot of fans.
Yeah, but well, it is what it is. And like we always say, I mean, first of all, this is a year, we're a year separated from this in the future. So, there's going to be more to come. And, maybe they see something in him that they just were like, look, let's scoop this guy up. Apparently, I'm going to trust that decision.
I mean, maybe, let's scoop him up before his recruitment starts going up, or, maybe it's just something that you find. Because, again, and like what you said, and it's just tough for me because, the fans, they want to see the class rank, the recruiting class rank numbers up, and they want to see these, 4 stars and be in the running of 5 stars and getting the best players in the state and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, those players still, like you said, have one more year. They're a year removed, on top of the fact that most players don't play a lot the first year anyway, if not get, redshirted. So, you got fans that are, just being in a bad mood or arguing about players that realistically...
Oh, Syracuse can't recruit. We're getting
you don't know what you're
a wide receiver with no stars. Is not even rated. He has no offers. Yeah, I know. Exactly. I mean,
a lot of things can happen in 2 years.
Yeah.
Look at all that's happened in just life for the last year and a half, right?
Right.
So.
With that said, we will get into some of the Boeheim's Army talk right after this. If you want, if you're bored, head over to your iOS or Android store. Download the Spotify Green Room app. That is where we are going to be. I'm watching Joe mute himself so he can hack up along. That is where we are going to be taking live fan feedback during the fan feedback portion of the show starting this football season. You can find us there at Cuse Militia. Download it. You need a username, you need a password, you need an email address. It's free, obviously, to go there and do that. And all of the topics range from politics, music, pop culture, sports, gambling, whatever you could think of. It's there for you. And you don't have to just follow us. You can follow a lot of people. And you could even start your own thing. So you can do your own thing on there. You can start your own page. You can start your own stuff. You can go live yourself. And you have people comment on your stuff when you go live. So it's actually really cool because we did a lot of weird things with phone numbers and different types of apps to try to get people on. And this is probably the smoothest, easiest thing, and it's free for us to do. All the phone numbers and those types of apps where you get a second phone line and stuff to use, it costs money. So this is free. Try it out. iOS or Android stores. Spotify Green Room app. Go there. All right. So 2 days with 2 terrific games. They really kind of mirrored one another in a lot of ways. Tyrese Rice coming in clutch, but for both games. He totaled 44 points combined in both of those games, and all 13 today in the Elam ending for Boeheim's Army against Florida TNT. And they entered the Elam ending, obviously, if you do math, 5 points down, and they trailed all the way until the fourth quarter, again, just like yesterday, and they only led for 30 seconds before the Elam ending hit. And, Rice just went off. He hit back-to-back threes. And the second one definitely looked like a bad shot, looked rush. But no, he hit it. So, and he hit the game winners for both games. So, Joe, obviously, Rice, he's been on fire. And he's been the difference between the past couple of games. But the talent on the team, obviously, is huge. I feel like this is the most talented Boeheim's Army team that we've seen. But from the past couple of years, I feel like this team, even though Rice is kind of taken over in certain situations, but everybody does that a little bit. And I feel like there's more people pitching in. It's timely. You look at Tyler Lydon yesterday, he wasn't scoring a lot of points, but, he was getting rebounds and he was all over the place. And he did his thing yesterday to pitch in. McCullough, he's still strong. Rice scored 24 points and he took the spotlight, but McCullough scored 18 today. So he did a great job.
14 and 10 last night.
Yeah. So, just an excellent team effort. I mean, you could tell this team has fight. They've been down 11. I don't know how many different times in the past 2 days. It seems to be their threshold, 11. and then coming back and winning them both. And just the resilience of them to do that is amazing. I mean, there's so many good games in this tournament. There's so many good
Yeah.
games all the time, and Boeheim's Army has been a part of like 3 of them. So just amazing, and what a group of guys they got playing for them this year. Now we're headed to the championship.
Oh yeah, and I don't want to say anything that's obviously going to be a jinx type thing or anything, but you watch these 2 games, and especially Marquette. We out rebounded them. We had a lot of points in the paint, stuff like that, second chance points. We knew we were going to have that height advantage, and that's really what got us the win. I think missing as many free throws kind of hurt, but you could tell. I mean, I think that team was better than the team that we played today. They played real tough. Hit the open shots. Dwight Bikes, those guys. They were hitting and they were timely. And honestly, I was surprised that we came back and won. I mean, outscoring or out rebounding them by 15 points and the points in the paint. Just using our size and taking it to the hole last night is what got us the win. Minus the bad free throw shooting, and obviously with Rice stepping up and scoring. How about that Malachi Richardson 3 last night? Too,
yeah, the over under 3. That thing was amazing. It was.
That, it was. I just had flashbacks of Virginia.
Yeah, that whole sequence was just great to end that game. It was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, the floater capabilities of Rice too. This cannot go unmentioned. I mean, this dude has some crazy floaters, man, and a lot of them fall. I mean, the game winner he did yesterday.
He's got great passes.
Oh my gosh, man, he's a talent. Holy cow!
The passes he was getting to Tyler Lydon.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, he knows how to get the ball down there, And as far as today goes, obviously, I think that we could have played a lot better. I think we were really lucky to get out of this one today because we did not play nearly as well today that we did yesterday.
No, little sluggish today was the main thing, I think, but
well, I think
it wasn't as sloppy. It wasn't as sloppy the past 2 days either, Joe. Worth mentioning, right? Because what they've done
as far as the foul or the refs?
Turnovers. Oh, the refs, they cleaned all that stuff up too. I feel
we knew that was going to happen once we got to Dayton. We talked about that, but definitely
the turnovers though, and second chance points. I mean, this is where Boeheim's Army is shining, is being able to get those offensive rebounds and turn them into points. So without that, go ahead.
No, I was just that's what got us last night.
Oh yeah, 100%. Absolutely, yeah. And today too, when they were going, where'd they go today from 3? I think it was awful. I know it was awful.
It was really bad. That's really what I was gonna say.
6 for 29.
Yeah. I mean, we shot so bad. We weren't like last night. All it was attack the hoop, play hard defense. We played hard defense today, but literally just, one pass and shooting threes. Didn't have as much moving the ball around. There's a lot of one-on-one stuff. We didn't make it easy for ourselves on offense whatsoever. And realistically, if we could have just stopped that, figured out how to play defense against that Keith Clanton guy, because he had 18 points and 16 rebounds. It just seemed like we were just letting our guys hanging them out to dry. You know what I mean?
He was bullying McCullough pretty good down there, and we actually won the battle in the paint too, 32-28.
Yeah, and we were tied rebounds. So, but again, this team didn't have great size. Clanton's good, other than that. So I thought we could have done a little bit better on the boards. Like you said, there was definitely sluggish, but I thought overall offense just wasn't great today whatsoever. So, I couldn't believe that we came back and.
I can't either. When the defense, they did play some zone a little bit this weekend. But the man-to-man's what's working for them, I think. Obviously, it's clear. And we talked about with the Golden Eagles how well they moved the ball. And they got us a couple times even when they were in man defense. But all in all, I think that they did a really good job with that Golden Eagles team while they were on defense. And, they had a couple open looks. I think Devendorf, our buddy James mentioned too, that Devendorf, he was a little slow getting to Diener a couple times and left him open, and he hit a couple. So, and speaking of Devendorf, he didn't play today. I don't understand that. I don't remember anything being said. I didn't read anything. There was nothing on Twitter. So, I don't know. He was the only guy that didn't play. I was befuddled by that. Especially when this team needed a spark. They needed energy. And Devendorf sitting on the bench. I don't know.
You kind of wonder, too. I mean, you wonder if it's a situation where he's taking a back seat or if maybe something happened. Maybe he came into this tournament and maybe not 100%. And once they got, Kiefer and Tyrese and these other boys to come in and commit, and he knew that he was not going to have to play that much. I mean, or maybe something just happened the other night. We just don't know, or last night, and we don't know about it. So I don't know, but maybe it was a situation where he was upset at himself for not closing on Diener, and he's like, well, the guys tomorrow are going to be way faster. Just go get, you never know why he might have just bowed out of getting his minutes or not playing. So, but he was still active with the game. You could see him talking to the coach on the sidelines and, into the game and stuff like that. So
he's been part coach when he's on the bench anyway. And like we mentioned, we kind of figured this was going to happen. I mean, I thought maybe we'd see him a little bit more, and he played 16 minutes, I think, yesterday. But all in all, we kind of knew his role coming into this. I think that he was going to be more of the coach type, and to kind of let these younger guys out there and have at it, which, man, they're really starting to gel. The game 2 of the weekend, I think, you can expect a little bit of sluggishness, I suppose. But
oh yeah, I mean, you're having games every other day, and then you go back to back.
Yeah, because Florida TNT had a break before yesterday. Like they actually, that side of the bracket, a lot of those teams played like.
Well, I think they were playing. They were on the same kind of schedule as us.
Were they? Are you sure? Because I thought I looked at it. And I saw. Crap! It's not up here anymore.
I mean, I could be wrong. I
don't want to waste time and sit here and try to find.
Yeah,
this
but it was a little bit. Yeah, I know everyone's kind of schedule has been a little bit different.
Yeah, but that side of the bracket though was cleaned up pretty good though coming into this last weekend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
So I think the last time they played before yesterday was July 21st.
Right. Yeah. So they had a whole. I get what you're saying now. Yep.
That was Team 23. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong one. But yeah, that's that side of the bracket, though. I'm telling you, I think that they did. But anyway.
No, you're right.
Okay. So with that said, I mean, I'm just making excuses for him, basically. But
yeah, either way. So, but either like I said, I mean, you see him starting to gel now. Obviously, we know who can make the shots. DJ Kennedy, DeAndre Kane, not really. We don't really need him to score. We just need him to be the leaders out there that play really good defense. Don't make mistakes. But obviously, it's Tyrese Rice and Chris McCullough. And everybody else are pretty much, the role players that can score and do some stuff. I still like what I see from CJ Fair.
Yeah,
he's
he's
game
crucial.
He's gotten better and better.
Yeah,
and now he's coming in with the second team and making turnaround jumpers and getting all these rebounds and stuff. 6 points, 8 rebounds today, 2 assists. So
and that's kind of what I mean. I think like everybody's really doing their part. I mean, obviously you got McCullough, who's just been a constant. And Rice, who's been excellent. I mean, Rice has had 3 huge games, and he's pulled us out of holes every time. But the constant is McCullough, and then you've got those other guys that are always pitching in. Even DJ Kennedy, he's not exactly lighting it up like he was for Overseas Elite, but he does his part big time.
Right. Same thing with DeAndre Kane.
Yeah, exactly. So
defensive side. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. We are going to
Seems like destiny.
I mean, don't get me started on the Last Kingdom.
Like I said, I don't want to be the jinx thing, but I'm just saying, like after those last 2 games, it just seems like
was that your Uhtred?
Destiny is old.
All right, we'll be right back after this. Look, I just talked about it. You know what the deal is, okay? Go to the freaking iOS and Android store and be like Michael, who's waiting in the wings right now on the Spotify Green Room app. And download the damn thing. Get a freaking username and a password and an email address. It's not that difficult. It's free. Go there. Football season starts up in a couple weeks. We are going to use this thing. We're going to use the hell out of it for fan feedback and talking to you guys live while we record this mediocre show. Okay? So, and by the way, we're all of a sudden pumping out episodes lately. Thank God for Boeheim's Army giving us life again. Because I'm going to tell you what.
We get W's.
Oh my gosh, no kidding. Really, that could have been a short stint again, and we'd have been back in hibernation. So that would have sucked.
We could have been done on Wednesday.
Yeah, no kidding. So, all right, go there. Download the damn app. It's free. Follow us, Sean Space Cuse Militia or Cuse Militia. I'm not even really sure which one, but I promise you it's one of those. Okay? Maybe we can ask Michael how he found us, since he is going to start us off here with fan feedback. And let's see if we can draw him up. Oh. And I think it expired. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, here he goes. All right. Michael, you there? Oh, hold on. Yeah, you should be up there. Michael, you there? What the hell's going on?
Hey, you never know. He could have walked away doing, daddy stuff.
Yeah, he might be giving his kid a bath again. All right. Well, while we wait for him, we can do this. We can start off with a little bit of Facebook fan feedback. Steve M. on Facebook. No energy, poor shooting, and shot selection. No answer for the big in the post. In a win. Destiny. That's what Joe said. So it must be. It must be. So
that one wins.
That one wins. So yeah, I mean, to your point, Joe, it feels that way a little bit. Now, that Keith Clanton was just an animal. I think 18 points,
16 rebounds.
16 rebounds. That's freaking insane.
Three assists, 2 blocks.
Yeah. So I mean, he was doing everything he could to disrupt it, and he did. He did. I mean, hands down. There's no doubt about it. And it was lucky.
He did.
We're lucky to get out of there. Matthew B. on Facebook. Tyrese Rice was built for the Elam ending. Money well invested. Yeah, I mean, this dude, like I said, he's the Undertaker, man. Right when you think he's dead, he just pops up, sits up, and goes to town. And the back-to-back threes, that got me up because I was not feeling it. I was not feeling it when the Elam ending started.
No, not when it started. Absolutely not.
No. And then it stayed, tied or within one for a little bit. And man.
Well, we even took the lead there and went up 3.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I think we're going to get this. And then all of a sudden.
It's that weird foul rule when it's on the floor. They get after 4 fouls, and you get one on the floor. It's one shot foul shot and the ball possession. So you got a chance to hit
technical foul.
Yeah, I know. You get a chance to hit 4 points in one trip. So, I mean, that's the rules for everybody. So I guess it's fair. I mean, what are you going to do? All right, let's see. Yeah. At bmuso222, make some damn threes. Put this game with yesterday, and these aren't even games. I disagree. I don't know what you mean, but that doesn't sound correct to me. Joe, what are you looking at?
Just a text.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
My bad.
So, anyways, yes, make some damn threes. Now, they had a hard time. What did I say they were? 6 for 29 or something stupid like that? Yeah. So, but they did adjust. They went inside. I mean, they had 32 points in the paint, which is pretty damn good, and they did what they had to do to kind of make the adjustment there. They were hucking up threes. And, I mean, it happens, but you got to think, too, before the Elam ending, they were 4 for whatever it was because Rice hit 2 in the Elam ending. So, it happens.
Yeah.
At I don't know, Chris. You got me, Chris. Chris L on Twitter. Sorry. I don't know what his handle says. I have no idea how this team keeps winning games. Well, they just fight. This team has so much fight in them. I don't know where the motivation comes from. Maybe it's Coach Pope. You heard him on the
money.
Money. Well, yeah, money's motivation. They got bills to pay. So, yeah, I mean, Coach Pope, though, you get to hear them on the sidelines, too. They mic up the coaches and all that stuff. And you can hear him talking to the guys. You can tell he's pretty passionate about it. And, it's a good motivator along with, I don't know, $80,000 that they're going to split on the team, 60, $80,000, depending on the role they're playing or whatever. So, Yeah, they keep winning. Now, coming into this next game, which we'll hear about, and I really wish Mike McAllister had his piece on Boeheim's Army's next opponent, which always helps out because he really does a great job of breaking down the players. So that's why I'm gonna hand most of this over to Joe. So the Boeheim's Army.
Did we get Michael?
Huh?
Did we get Michael? Did he come on?
No, he's still in there, but he hasn't come. Oh wait, hold on a second. Let's try this again.
Thought I just heard something.
Did you? No, you didn't. I don't know. Something's going on. He's making the app look bad though. Mike, this has got to be user error, buddy. You're making the app look bad. I got to sit here and promote this app twice a show right now, and if you can't work it, everybody's going to think it's difficult. All right, let's try this again. Michael, are you there?
What if it's operator error on your end?
It's not. I checked. I checked. Let's do this. Are you there now, Mike? No, I don't know. Hold on, I can do this. Let me try this. I'm unplugging stuff and plugging it back in.
Oh boy.
Okay, Mike, you there? He is not. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
all right. Well,
we did our best.
we did our best. Hang in there. Try it again if you want. See what happens. So let's check this damn. Okay, so we're going to play Tuesday, right? At 9 o'clock. We're going to play Team 23.
It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it is. It's 9 o'clock.
Of course.
Can you believe
it?
it? Of course it's 9 o'clock. So Tuesday at 9 o'clock, we're gonna play Team 23, and they pretty much blew out Blue Collar U today. That game was really close for a really long time too, and they just ended up taking off with it. Final score was 78-62. I was really looking forward to the Blue Collar U team because first of all, it'd be an in-state rivalry kind of somewhat, but that is the Buffalo U alum team or whatever. So there was this game. We got really chippy. You say you didn't watch it, Joe, but Eric Griffin and I forget the other dude from Buffalo, but he was. There was two guys, one from each team, that were ejected after a little bit of a scrum, and things got a little chippy before that. Eric Griffin, by the way, he had 15 points. He was one of three guys with 15 or more points on that team this afternoon. The other two guys from the bench. So they have a Walt Lemon and who was the other one? Marcus Hall. So they have a giant bench, this team.
Oh.
It's
I
huge.
thought those guys were the starting guards.
They were coming off the bench today. Yep. So, with that said, Joe, it's a 6 seed. All right. They got two overseas elite guys, Raphael Putney and Dakari Tucker. So, and then they got a couple NBA players, Walter Lemon, like we just mentioned, Eric Griffin, I just mentioned. So, anyways, how do you see this? 6 seed, I think it's a little underseeded for this team. I feel like I watched them play today, man. They're actually pretty damn good. They won their first game by like 27 points or something like that, and they had one close game, but the other two, this one today and the other two before that were pretty much decided pretty handily in the favor of Team 23.
Yeah, see, so I didn't really know. And it's tough, too, because you look at these games, and it's like, you know, they blew out Georgia Kings. I know that they only beat Herd that by 3. And, you know, you really don't know what these games looked like until you knew what the score was going into the Elam ending. So it's tough to look at a result and actually know how the game went, you know. But I know that Herd that, the Marshall alumni team, they're not bad. That was a 3-point game. West Virginia is a West Virginia alum, and they won by 8 and then beat Sideline Cancer by 7. All teams that have been successful in the tournament as far as, you know, going decent.
Sideline Cancer was a 1 seed on that over there on that side.
Right. And then obviously Blue Collar, we know that, you know, who they beat to get here. So, yeah, it's definitely a good team. And I look at this team and like you said, obviously a team that's got brought in a couple guys from overseas elite to maybe help them get over the hump, just kind of like the same as our situation, you know, with Putney and Dakari Tucker. They both play Putney plays the most minutes on the team so far in the tournament as far as average goes. And Dakari Tucker's fourth as far as average minutes as well. So those two guys are definitely you're going to see them a lot. Walter Lemon Jr., Eric Griffin, Marcus Hall, those guys, you're going to see those guys. Daniel Achefu, and he's a 6'11 center that played for Villanova. So the one thing looking at this team going through is it looks like we've been playing a lot of guard-heavy teams lately. And this team isn't that guard-heavy, and they're going to pose a problem because I'm going through the roster, and all I see is like 7 foot, 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 6'8", 6'11". Dakari Tucker's a 6'5", small forward. So you take away Eric Washington, Marcus Hall, and Lemon, and Craig Sword, the guards, and everybody else is just Michael Kaiser, 6'10". Putney's 6'10". So the thing with this team is they got a few guards that can play, but they're a big team. They're a big team, and they're going to be physical. They're going to be active around the basket, getting rebounds, and like you said, they got a pretty deep bench as well. So this game, it kind of scares me in another way because we can be dominated down low and around the basket if we're not careful or if our big guys don't play well. But obviously DJ Kennedy, I don't know, CJ Fair might play a little bit more. We're gonna have to play. We're not gonna see us going like a lot of two heavy guard sets as far as maybe having Rice and Sykes out there at the same time. We're gonna have to go a little bit bigger, and just hope that those guards don't really catch on fire or get hot outside the three, because that's going to be, this team, like you said, you saw them today. Obviously, they're physical. And you said that they hustled, play good defense. Obviously, they're in last game for $1 million.
Yeah.
So
they went on like a 22-6 or 7 run today when they just blew it open. It was all of a sudden it was Blue Collar U was just blown out. The game was. I don't want to say the game was over then, but it was pretty damn close. So.
Right. Well, look at the run we went on yesterday, right?
Yeah.
The Golden Eagles at the end. So, we're not worried too much about. Again, it's a game of runs. It's just overall, are we going to be able to handle this type of physicality and size? You look average minutes. Putney and Griffin both averaged 25, 26 minutes. And those guys are 6'10" and 6'9" respectively. So.
Yeah, and
we're going to see.
It's not going to be one of those games. It's going to have to be like more like, the Heartfire game, which when they came out hard and energetic and up-tempo and stayed there. So, this is going to be a game where, the rebounds are going to be a little tougher, obviously, because of the size. And so we've been relying a whole lot on those second chance points. Yesterday's, like you mentioned, Joe, that's pretty much what won it yesterday. And or at least had a good heavy load on it. So,
right.
That's
hey,
what.
Sean.
Hey, Michael. Jeez, he came out of nowhere. Scared the hell out of me. You've been.
Dude, I was listening to you guys the whole time, and I was like, "Hello, hello."
What was your problem? You were on mute.
Not a clue. I left the room and then came back, and then all of a sudden I was like up top with you guys.
Oh, okay.
I was able to talk.
All right. Maybe it was.
I think it was just.
Maybe it was the
probably
app.
my headphones.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, they could have been that. Okay. All right. Well, look, we finished up pretty much with Team 23. You can lend your thoughts to the game's past two days, or you can lend your thoughts to Team 23. You go ahead. It's all you.
I don't know much about the other teams, to be perfectly honest.
Neither do we.
Just watch this for. Yeah. Well, you know more than I do, for sure. But just listening to it, I think. So I have a question first. We haven't really seen a lot of Andrew White either.
He hasn't been playing very good either.
No, usually he can step in and drop a couple threes at least. But maybe I'm biased because I used to play basketball with him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, like he used to, for some reason, he was down in the gym here working out before the combine.
Oh, really? In North Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. But, and going back to the thing you guys said about Devo, I think it's more of a step down. I don't think anything happened. I think he's just kind of trying to be in the background for coaching.
I mean, that's
That's
kind of
what
what
it seemed like to me.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought just coming into this season when I was reading up on, Ryan Blackwell and Jeremy Pope putting this team together. That was Eric that got Jeremy Pope over here. That was Eric that helped recruit DeAndre Kane and DJ Kennedy. That was Devendorf that was behind the scenes with a lot of this stuff, and it just seems that
Rice too, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, I think he got a couple of those outsiders. Last year, who was the guy last year, Joe, that he got? Or was it the year before? But he really fought hard to get. The one that came in and
Jordan Crawford?
Jordan Crawford. Yes.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So, I mean, he helped get him last year, too. And you've kind of seen this role develop. And that's kind of what Devo is doing anyway. I mean, he's leaning on that, towards that coaching thing.
He's the Hopkins.
Yeah, I mean, well, this is good. This is probably, money aside, this experience for him is huge if that's something he wants to do, getting into coaching and just being able to learn from Ryan Blackwell and Jeremy Pope and just being on the sidelines and being involved with it and helping with recruiting. It's a pretty good opportunity for him besides, getting out there and getting to play a little bit. But he's been out there at least playing some minutes, a handful of minutes. And I mean, he had some bad defense yesterday, let's be honest. But
It's definitely defense.
Yeah, I don't think it was, I didn't think it was, sit on the bench the whole game today bad. But, maybe something happened. Maybe it's a physical thing. I don't know.
Hey, you
I think
think
he's
the
my age, right?
He's 30. Oh, no. How old are you? He's 34, 35.
He's 30. I'm 36.
Okay, yeah. So he's just probably a little tad bit younger than you. Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Joe?
I was just gonna say you don't really hear too many fans talking about not having Syracuse alumni players on the team anymore, or having, you know what I mean? Like that kind of
It's
went
like
away
magic.
real quick for this past week.
Yeah. What do you think of Rice, though? You watched the game today, Mike?
I did, yeah. Dude, I heard you guys talking about his floater. That floater is beautiful.
Isn't it?
It is gorgeous.
It's cereal
so
box
high.
man. It's
Look,
It's so high and it just drops perfectly. It
I
doesn't
know.
even hit the rim.
it's a
That-
rainbow.
that one last night was awesome.
Oh, the game
You know
winner?
how
To
hard
win it?
that shot is?
What's that, Mike?
That shot is so hard.
Oh yeah, that running one like that. Yeah, to the side
it's like
too.
forward momentum.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean, he's skilled, bro. He's skilled.
Very
that was a
skilled.
good get. That was a good get for sure.
Absolutely. And obviously with the way he's been playing, we couldn't have done it without him, quite frankly, the past two games.
I know we would have lost the last two games.
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't have even got to
probably
play this
before
one. Yeah, well, it was what was it? The first game. The first game was a little rocky. He stole that show too. So he's been huge in 3 games.
It's really only one game he hasn't.
The Heartfire game? Yeah. Right? Because that was McCullough's game. That was his breakout game. Yeah. So, with that said...
What a great weekend of basketball.
Yes, absolutely, man. I had a great time. I wish...
We've been missing that last couple of years, huh?
Oh, my gosh, yeah. And it's just so much fun. The way they put this tournament together, the way that just everything about it is so much fun. It's so well done. I mean, hats off to everybody who's put that thing together and made this what it is today, because I don't think that this thing goes away. This thing gets just more and more popular. You know?
I think it's
As it has.
Yeah. So.
What do you think about Greenberg and them doing the announcing?
Greenberg. I could take him or leave him, to be honest with you.
They're all right.
They're okay, though. I like the familiar voices. I got to be honest, I mean, I like the familiar voices in there when you're listening to a game that's not like college sanctioned or whatever, it's just that familiarity is kind of goes a long way with me, but he's kind of a doofus.
See, I like him though because he knows about the players, so he'll tell you where they're from and where they played, and
it's just
helps out a lot on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he
Maybe
obviously
get Gottlieb in there.
No, okay, that's where I draw the line, Mike. All right.
That's not funny.
He's the worst.
Sick joke on this Sunday evening.
Yeah, that's not funny. Exactly. So thanks for teaching everybody how the app works. By the way, okay, you got to plug your headphones in. I'm gonna blame Mike for that for now.
Oh yeah, it was totally my fault.
Okay, all right. Well, you had me scrambling here. I was over here sweating. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I'm like, yeah, everything looks right. So.
Yeah, I think it's something to do with the Apple headphones or something. Because sometimes when I talk on the phone, it doesn't work either.
Oh well, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Get you some Raycons.
Yeah.
Cheap plug. That's what I got. I had a long battle with trying to find the best earbuds or headphones for, just being on the phone. And after hundreds and hundreds of dollars spent and wasted, I found Raycons, and they're the best. They're the absolute best. So.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, look into it. All right, Mike. Well, we appreciate it, man. You have a good night, and hopefully with a win on Tuesday, we'll be back here Wednesday. But before you go, as always, we're going to have to put you on the spot and get your score for Tuesday night's championship game against Team 23.
I hate this so much as Joe does.
Did you at least hear our synopsis, our slight rundown of Team 23?
I caught the tail end of it.
Okay, so there are two overseas elite, former overseas elites on there. So they got two, we got two, and then there's some NBA players too, that are playing with them now too.
I got all the and stuff that Joe was mentioning.
Okay.
That's.
So what do you got? What are you thinking? 6 seed.
It's always going to be like 64, right? It's like what our last 3 games have been.
Yeah, it's right around
Something
there.
like that.
Yeah, high 60s, low 70s. Yeah.
It's going to be close, I think. I think if we can figure out their bigs, and maybe do some double teaming, which we didn't do at all today, and that's why what's his face ran the paint. Can't remember the name of the guy.
Keith. Clanton. That's right. I keep wanting to say Clayton, and I keep catching myself. Clanton. Yeah.
Every time he got it in the paint, man, all he did was back down whoever was guarding him, and then just turned around and did this little hook shot. It's like you got to double team him, so you got to pass it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a little worrisome. But I got to go with my guys, man. Let's go 66-64.
66-64. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's going to be a tight one, I think.
All
No,
right.
by the way, hey, Sean, what did I guess for that Golden Eagles one?
I didn't write them down the last time.
No.
But I did write Mike's down today, and I'm going to write the other ones down. But I remember saying 70-68, and I was pretty damn close.
I remember saying 75-71.
Yeah, you had a good score. I had 70-68, and it ended up being 73-69, which is pretty good. So we're both pretty close.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did
I guess on that one too, or was that the other one?
No, you guessed on the Heartfire game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
And you were way off.
Was I way off?
Just joking. I have no idea.
Well, he doesn't remember. You kidding me? He barely remembers what he ate for breakfast.
I didn't eat
have
breakfast.
breakfast.
There you go.
All right, Mike. You have a good night, man. We will be back Wednesday.
All right, you guys too. I love this, by the way. I love this. This is so much fun.
Awesome. We hope everybody else can get in on some of this action. And like I said, go there, download the app. This is how we're going to do it, man. I can't wait for football season. Actually do this all the time. So thanks, Mike. I appreciate it, man.
All right, take it easy.
All right, buddy. Bye.
See you.
So, all right. Yeah. So it was his fault. I told you. I knew it couldn't have. Huh?
You're lucky.
I know. I'm lucky. I know. All right. So we will be back here on Wednesday. I'm hoping that we can be talking about the Boeheim Army championship team come Wednesday. I think this is it, man. This is it. Make it.
Yep, need to get it.
Yeah. Thank you, all of you, for hanging out with us. For Joe, I'm Sean. We're out of here.
Peace.